I'm gonna go look at my closet. Just in Grace's room. And I think, I know probably only 2 of my sisters are gonna watch my videos, so light's bright. Can we talk about the video I did this morning? I mean, I was perfectly fine afterwards, but why the hell did I look like 30, not 30, but like 20 pounds heavier in today's video? I, I mean, I'm overweight. There's no hiding that. You can't hide being overweight, but holy shit. I had to watch the video back after realizing that it wouldn't load on the audio would only show it up for like the first 30 minutes this morning. Because Leah is the one that noticed it, and then I think Denai noticed it. So I went back on the camera roll because I did the video on my phone, which is what I'm on right now too. And as you can see, I don't look like I'm as big as I did this morning. Even my hands, and like I had no wrists or anything in the video. Not that it's a big issue or anything. Yeah, so the audio only went as far as like 30 minutes this morning. So I redid it. Anyways, do you want to see why I keep procrastinating about my closet? I did take some shirts out, but I'll show you guys. Well, can this record if I turn? Oh, yep. So this is why I don't want. I mean, I even have clothes up there. I've got shirts that are supposed to be hung up in here. I can't find things to wear. Like every time I come in here, Matt and I are puzzle collectors, so we have puzzles up there, and we have. I think we do have. Yeah, we do. I see a stack of movies right there, and honestly, I don't even know what's up there. But what's up there? What is that? Oh, Vikings. What? Is that all of them? I want to watch that. Did I watch Vikings? I watched the first 3 or 4. I like Vikings. I didn't know we had it. And this is why I need to go through the closet. I see Under the Dome. Oh, I want to watch that. Can you guys see it? But like, we need to get this. I need to get my closet done so I know what's in here. And then I need to go through my clothes. Here's the thing about living away from family, and I'll probably always bring up living away from family. Although I don't know if my sisters would be into the stuff I have. I have nobody to be like, hey, this looks like shit on me, or I don't like this. Do you want it? I mean, I've got like Amish looking. This thing's way too big for me, but like, can someone tell me why I bought this piece? I ain't gonna wear that. One, it's like way too big. I've tried it on. It does have pockets though. But I mean, what am I, an Amish? I'm not Amish. I do have dresses in here that I like. I'm not gonna like start hauling things out besides that ugly dress. But like, these are all dresses. And I've worn almost every single one so far this summer, except for this one, because it's too big. These 2 I haven't worn since last year. I tried them on, though, this summer. They fit perfect. They fit exactly the same way. I have a green dress that's way up there. I've worn it around the house. I feel like it looks too, not slutty, but I've got a butt, okay? And because I have a butt that sticks out, it makes me uncomfortable because this only happened one time, but I think it was, I mean, it was years ago now, but I was just wearing leggings and a hoodie, and these two guys were in a truck, and one guy stuck his head out the window and was saying things about my butt. Not mean things, but I don't want people looking at me telling me I have a nice butt, especially men, because men make me uncomfortable in general. But anyways, some people might not say, like, Tammy, the closet's not that bad, but I keep coming in here and I'm like, I gotta do it at some point though, right? I don't know. And then I've got baskets. Like, this is a puzzle Grace did. That's my work bag. Like, I've got this basket full of stuff. This basket's got like 5 or 6 wigs in it. This bag's got craft supplies. That's a visor. This basket's got Old Navy had halter tops that came back for the summer, and I bought the halter top in, I think, size extra large. Yeah, size extra large. I bought these halter tops in every single color. They're all too big. What's this? Oh, those are biker shorts. I wear aren't dresses. Is there stuff in the other? And there's stuff in this basket? Oh, here they are. I'll show you guys. I mean, these are adorable. I remember halter tops were in. I got a black one, a pink one. Oh, okay, a light pink, this pink, a green. This, I really wanted to wear this. It's not showing up, but it's like a lime green. Like this coral orange. Hang on, these are... What tank tops? Oh, this is a different one. Well, hold up. I need that. Why are these in the basket? These fit me. I could have been wearing these all summer. These are, these 2 tank tops are from Walmart, and they've got built-in. The boob part's too big for me, but I could still wear them. These are all, again, the colors are so pretty. These have the, when I say these are too big for me, I'm talking about the top. So, because I don't have a long torso. Is my torso short? I think it is. So these are long enough for me, and they're loose enough on my stomach. But these halter tops have, I guess, semi-built-in. They got this kind of built-in bra in them, but there's no cups like these. And also because this is, I mean, it's this whole part, just it hangs down by, excuse me, sorry, the back of it. It's so baggy and loose that the back part that's supposed to be up just below your shoulder blades almost hangs down to where just above my butt. Yeah, so like, another reason why I shouldn't be ordering online. I'm not gonna throw them out, but I'm not gonna wear them. There's the diabetes donation bin down in our basement, so these will probably be the beginning of a donate. I won't donate anything that's stained or whatever. I guess I'll just take that. I'll take this one dress out just because I know this is an automatic. Like, that can go. If it was like anybody else, just, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a lot easier to have somebody. I used to have no problem. Yeah, it's pretty much like a declutter, or at least organizing. Because, like, I got all my bottoms here. But again, I've got shirts that need to go on hangers stuffed in here. Sweatpants season is among us. So I need my sweatpants visible. In the video, I said that, from this morning, I said I only wear t-shirts, but which is pretty much accurate. I do. But I've got like long sleeve sweaters here, and then from here back to here, these are all long sleeve sweatshirts, hoodies. Yeah. Grace's stuff is down that way, but hers is not too bad. Although her bedroom is pretty. I'm not gonna show you her room. It's a mess. Anyways, you know what's gonna end up happening? I'm just gonna take this basket and put it back inside the closet on the bottom. And that's like, what's this bag? There's like a box. And it's like, what is in here though? Okay. Random pants. Yeah. Tomorrow might be the day I come in here. 1 second, there's a piece of paper. Oh, Grace must have made a list. Red paint, yellow paint, just paint she needs. Probably for another project, but I'm not buying her anything else at the moment for any projects of hers. Yeah, I'm gonna close the door. No, I'm just gonna throw these on the shelf. I'm not purchasing Grace anything else at the moment for her projects because it's awesome. She's got, this is all, that's gotta be cleaned up. Like really cleaned up. You wanna know something cool? People I also work for. I say I work for, honestly, I think we all know I just cleaned. Oh, she's working on something over there. I won't show because she might not want it shown yet. They gave me this bike, which I have in Grace's room. I mentioned to Matt a few times that that they had a bike over there, and I don't know why I said I don't be surprised if they say like, hey, like if they tell me that I can have the bike. Matt said, I don't think so. You've had a bike plenty of times already. No more bikes, because Matt bought me 2 exercise bikes, but I like being outside biking. I'm sitting on right now. It's one that leans back, right? Yeah, I got a bra on. You're okay. Don't show my flappy thighs. This is one, like, you can literally, even on a regular bike, but it's nice, like, you can just, I don't know. Grace has a TV right there, so I told her to use this whenever, even if she puts on like a 10-minute video. I was like, you could just literally sit on the bike, pedal, either lean back or you don't even have to lean back. Just pedal. But yeah. This week coming, so Monday, the people who I clean for, they're going on a golfing tournament starting Monday, so I'm going to be house sitting their dog. Here's the thing about that. The husband doesn't have anything to do with the dog. He's holding a grudge against her dog, because the dog that they have, or that she has, is from, like, she's had that dog since before they met and got married. But my understanding is when they got together, the dog went and shit in his office, and he hasn't forgiven the dog for doing that. All to say, the dog's very old now. How old did she tell me he was? His name is Lilo. He's blind in one eye, and he's deaf in one ear. He wears diapers so that he doesn't pee everywhere, but he poops outside. Sometimes he'll take a dump in the house. Like, there's been times he's pooped while I was there cleaning. I obviously cleaned it up because, no lie, there was a time he shit and I was almost done cleaning the house, and I could smell it, and I was like, don't go look, Tammy. If you don't see it, then you don't gotta worry about cleaning it up. But then I seen it, and I walked away, and I was like, you're not cleaning up, just pretend that it happened after you left. Did I leave it there for them to come home to? No, I cleaned it up. Anyways, I'm gonna be dog sitting the dog Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I think they come back from the tournament Thursday evening or night. They're paying me for it, which they don't have to, but they are, which is kind of sweet. Here's my concern. So, I know how to feed him. I know how to take him out for a short walk because he can't walk. I know not to take him around other dogs or kids. I know how to change his diapers. And then not like taking care of him is not my concern. My concern is what if he dies while they're not around. He's old. Again, I don't remember how old, but I've even told Matt, I really don't even like, even just like on a normal basis, even if I wasn't dog sitting him this upcoming week, even if it's just like one of the days where I'm over there cleaning, I don't want to be the one to be there when he passes. Like, she loves her dog. I mean, because she's had that dog through all the hardships she's been through. I will never tell her. I mean, to be honest, she didn't. I mean, she was very open with me. She told me some stuff. Some of it's kind of crazy. But her dog, she's had that dog with her through everything, thick and thin. And I'm just, it's on my mind. I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be on my own when he passes and me have to call her husband and be like, hey, you gotta bring your wife home. I haven't ridden my bike all summer. Either has Matt. Our bikes, I mean, we've been out on the walk. We've done more walking trails this summer, just the walking. We haven't been on our bikes. They both need to be tuned. I think, do I need a new tire? I don't know. David's, what time is it? 7:48. David still hasn't come back from the car show. I asked him if he wanted me to leave supper for him because I just cooked up taco meat. Here's the thing, Matt's out of town. I don't really cook when he's not home. The kids know this. I mean, and when I say I don't cook, I mean I don't make these meals that I would cook when Matt's home. When Matt's not home, it's just me and the kids. I cook like just teenager food, so I cooked up taco meat today. Grace made tacos. I did myself up a small tray of nachos, and I ate half. Honestly, my plan was to eat the whole tray because today I've had a banana, a protein granola bar, and then I think I had a bowl of what's that cereal called? But it's not oatmeal. Oatmeal crisp, I think. And the only reason why I even ate that stuff, not the nachos, but that stuff, was because a wave of nausea hit me. Maybe it was because I took my vitamins on a stomach of just a cup of coffee. I need to stop skipping meals, but I hate eating when I don't feel hungry. For me being hungry is me like passing out or getting the shakes. My stomach rarely ever growls. Anyways, you seen the closet. I'm not gonna show my dresser. I might show my closet afterwards if I ever get around to it. or I won't. Matt's off work there now. He's having burgers. He's in a hotel, and all he has access to is a microwave, and because he had to take an airplane to go where he went, although last place he went out of town, he had to take an airplane to that place as well. He's at another place. He's in a place he's never been before. He had to fly out there. So the thing about this time was I wasn't able to meal prep for him, which I would normally do. I would meal prep, and then he wouldn't have to worry about what he was going to eat. I mean, he's fully capable, but when I say fully capable, Matt was like I know how to make grilled cheese, fry an egg, fry some bologna, cook bacon, make a burger or a hot dog. So anyways, he only has access to a microwave and a mini fridge. So I asked him what he was eating, and he said, "Oh, I'm having chicken sandwiches again." So that told me he just bought bread, mayo, and probably rotisserie chicken. My guess is he probably bought milk and cereal for breakfast. And we were both talking beforehand, like, it'd be awesome if you had access to a hot plate. What was that? Access to a hot plate. Actually, I know what that was, but I'm not gonna say. Figure it out. If he had access to a hot plate, he would have way more meal options for supper, especially. So I think it was yesterday, him and the crew went out to Boston Pizza for supper. The day before, he's like, "Do you think I should get a hot plate?" And I was like, "Well, you still got another whole week out there, 7 days, so I think it would be wise to go." Well, first I googled if you could take a hot plate on a plane, but one of the guys is driving. He's gonna take how many hours would that be, or would that be over a day? Once somebody's driving back, because someone's gonna be driving back with Matt's work equipment. Well, there's a lot of work equipment that they're not taking on a plane. They're gonna drive back. Anyways, he went and bought the hot plate, which was, I think, a smart decision, because when he gets home next Friday, he's home. He'll be home Saturday, Sunday, Monday, taking off again Tuesday morning. Home for 3 days, and then he's gone for another 14. And we're hoping this is it. No more out of town. Is it good money? Yes. He'd rather be home. I'd rather him be home. It's just this other company needed him. There's a company that maybe for the past year, maybe 2 years now, definitely the past year and a half, another company has been borrowing him because they need somebody in Matt's field. I might have already said that. They borrowed Matt and one of his coworkers. Mind you, the company Matt works for, there's lots of guys. So I guess they could have taken anybody. But Matt, somehow, one way or the other, these other people they keep coming back and asking for Matt. I mean, I see it as a good thing. He is reliable. He's a hard worker. Yeah. I don't know. I drank a bunch of water. I do have a Gatorade I just made up because I'm supposed to be drinking electrolytes. People aren't supposed to just drink straight up water, and I never knew that until talking to the people at the hospital. Because I'm always like water, and I didn't realize that you're not supposed to just drink straight up water all the time, and that's all I was doing for the longest time. Water and green tea, nothing else. So my doctor has told me to start incorporating electrolytes whether that's through me just upping my salt intake or drinking Gatorade. Although when it comes to Gatorade, I almost always go for Gatorade. Like there's almost always a case of Gatorade Zero here. Because I don't want to drink calories. So that's why I always want just plain water. And you know what I miss having? Because I haven't had it in like maybe a week. Coke Zero. I don't drink pop. If I'm going to drink pop though, it's gonna be Coke Zero. I just like it. I don't like Grace, for instance, likes Pepsi. Ugh. Something about Pepsi I don't like. I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't even like regular Coke either. I said I wasn't gonna get back on here today. I probably won't even. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna probably even post this and then probably post it. I'm not sad anymore. I told Matt when he gets home he's gonna watch the videos I've done so far. Cause he kind of too was telling me like, yeah, make videos. I think you should. And like I told him, he's like, he's gonna watch them when he gets back. And I told him, I was like, well, the one today was kind of just weird because, I mean, although there's like a few funny things, I got emotional. I was like talking about my love for you. I got emotional, which that I didn't think I would get emotional about talking about my love for Matt. And then I didn't think things that I've already talked about before would make me emotional, like the miscarriages and me thinking I'm a bad mom and I shouldn't have had kids. I think that just comes from just knowing how I was during postpartum depression with David. And then I didn't have postpartum depression with Grace, but I was depressed on and off, like, for the longest time ever. I think I do still have bouts of depression here and there. And like sometimes it's just getting in your own head. Lots of people get in their own head, so it's not crazy or odd. So like I told Matt, like I was like, when I said that this morning, I think I'm a bad mom or that I shouldn't have had kids. That just stems from me just. I know how I was, how I behaved and stuff with both our kids. Like for instance, there's something I don't do with either one is I don't yell. I haven't yelled in almost 5 years now. Although even if I like raise my voice the slightest, Grace is like, you're yelling. And I'm like, no, Grace, like, do you not remember me actually yelling? Grace wants me to talk about her in a video, about the mental health stuff, especially last year. The only person in Matt's side of the family that knows would be his sister-in-law, my sister-in-law too, and I would assume his brother, because I would assume she tells him everything, because they're married, right? Like, who doesn't tell their spouse everything? My sister Leah knows, and my sister Tiffany knows, but nobody else knows. Well, I think my mom knows too, because I would assume Leah told my mom. Did I tell my mom? I don't know. But yeah, last year was a year for Grace. Not only was it a year for her, but last year was also a year for me mentally. Like, it was like so emotionally and mentally draining. And not just with Grace's mental health, but like how she would talk to me. She's fully aware of this because she's told me herself more than once that she would do, what'd you call it, walking over me? She would take advantage of me. She would take advantage of my emotions and stuff like that. And again, I guess, like, because you don't hear many people opening up about mental health with their kids, or even with themselves. It's like, there's no shame in it or embarrassment. If more people talked about stuff. I mean, just being able to talk to somebody else is like a huge relief. Like, huge relief. Some people might need more than just talking to somebody though, but being able to talk about things, get it out of your head. Because again, we all get in our heads, and I don't know if you think about it, nothing negative, nothing evil, nothing bad that's in your head is coming from God. It's coming from somewhere else. Something else is playing tricks on you, something else is trying to confuse you, something else is trying to control you. So you gotta try and find a way to control your mind. I'm of the opinion, it's only based on what I've noticed, what I feed my eyes, what I feed my ears, that is what... That's gonna sound weird saying that. I feel like what we watch and what we listen to affects the way we think. This is probably, and this is not like on a depression or mental health thing, but like for the things I've noticed in the past, and if anybody ever wants to hear about the thing that I'm pretty sure I had an addiction to, I think I've told Tiffany, and afterwards I think I did feel a bit embarrassed that I told her. But I've been under the opinion that things that I was watching and listening to was affecting the things that I was thinking about, things I was doing, which then in turn transferred to the things that I was dreaming about while I was sleeping. And I noticed that as I slowly got away from all that stuff, my way of thinking changed. The things that I was dreaming about changed. The things I was doing changed. And then once I slipped back into something, I noticed like, hello there, my old friend, pretty much. Brain fart, 1 second. Yeah, like, I noticed things were easily going backwards. I mean, I've told Grace, be mindful of what you're watching, be mindful of what you're listening to, be mindful of what you're constantly consuming, because that stuff can consume you. It can consume your thoughts, it can consume your actions, it can consume your dreams, your thinking. Should I go on with making videos though? It's kind of like, again, there's like 3 people who will watch these. I think there's a few people who might like the video but not actually watch the videos. They'll just like them to make me think they're actually watching them. Which, I mean, alrighty. I mean, if you don't want to watch them, you don't even have to like them either. But if you do watch them, it's easy to tell, especially if you leave a comment about something that's like in the halfway point of a video, and then it's like, yeah, they actually watched the video. Again, nobody has to. Even if, yeah, nobody has to watch any of the videos, but yeah, maybe I will still post. It's like, they're just gonna probably all be Tammy's rambles or something. Matt was saying I should do a YouTube channel, but like based on my cooking and stuff. But now I'm thinking, no, that's not what I want to do. I think I just want to do like ramble shambles. Black Betty. Oh gosh, I don't need that Black Betty song in my head. Matt and I were joking. I'd have to go look for it up before I say. But I told Matt, we were saying like what song we want at our funerals, and I said I'd either want Black Betty played at my song, because whenever that song comes on, I just automatically up and dance and stuff. But then I was like, I don't know. Matt and I shower pretty much together every single shower, because shower talks are just hilarious. They just end up always being hilarious, what we talk about in the shower. But Matt would be like, almost every time at some point, because he's into like pimples and stuff, and he might have found a pimple on my back in the 21 years, like maybe a handful of times. But anyway, he'll be like, turn around. And as soon as he says turn around, I'm like, turn around every now and then I get it. And then I start singing a song, and he's like, for fuck, like, stop it. And then we just end up laughing. So I don't know the name of that song, but I'm thinking. I told Matt I think that would be funny to be played at my funeral because it would be an inside joke between he and I. Uh, why did I think I just saw Grace's stuffed animal move? Holy shit. To be honest, of the rooms in this apartment, to like see something move, I would probably think it would be Grace's room. Um, cause she's into like creepy stuff. Um, yeah, there's a lot of times Matt will say something, and he'll just get one word out, and I automatically like click it with a song, and then I'll start singing. And he's like, "Stop it! You're doing what my dad does," because Matt's dad. When we I remember I lived in his parents' house for a bit, and I noticed there were times that somebody would say something, and then his dad would start singing a song based on whatever word or words they had said. Yeah, look at this. Grace has started something. That's paint. She's super into Five Nights at Freddy's. She told me the folklore of it, and I'm just like, as somebody who's religious, is that okay for a kid? Five Nights at Freddy's? She told me the folklore, and I was like, okay. But I mean, this is also coming from a woman who used to play in graveyards and do weird stuff. Like, she's like hugely into Five Nights at Freddy's right now. She's still hugely into drawing. I love the fact that she likes to draw. That's awesome. I can't draw to save my life. But at the same time, like, she still likes Squishmallows. What do you buy a 13-year-old for their birthday who doesn't play with toys? Because Grace's birthday is Wednesday. I bought her 2 Squishmallows from Winners. And then she picked out three clothing items. Kind of, they're all like different forms of, I guess, jackets or whatever. But those are gonna be for school. And then I did order some all shirts off of Shein. But like, so when Matt gets back, we're gonna take her out to buy something for her birthday. But it's like, what do you buy a 13-year-old who doesn't play with toys? I know people could say art supplies, yes. But she has so much art supplies already. I don't want to keep piling on. I was thinking of getting her a Fitbit, but then that might seem like a lame birthday gift for a 13-year-old girl. She's not in need of anything. Our kids have never been in need of anything because we kind of spoiled them. I spoiled our kids. Matt didn't. Yeah. That's one way I went wrong with parenting the kids. I should say David is the spoiled child when it comes to things given to him. Grace is spoiled in her own way, kinda. She doesn't get disciplined. I could talk about why. And it has to do with her mental health, and then things she said even at a young age. And I guess my depression, and I've had anger issues and stuff like that. So I guess that's why Grace didn't get disciplined. And then when we tried, we just kind of gave up because we were like, this is not going anywhere. You would think growing up in a household with all sisters that you would know how to Not deal. What would be the appropriate word? Handle? No. She's tougher than David, put it that way. And I mean tougher to raise. He was easy to raise, and I was an asshole to him. Even though again today he's like, Mom, I love you, and don't be feeling bad about stuff. And I was like, yeah, but that's not how I wanted to do it. like, like David knows everything. There was one day I sat down. Actually, I think it was before Christmas, right before Christmas or right after this Christmas. I had a breakdown in front of David and Grace, and Matt came home from work, and then that breakdown continued on. And then I told Matt a secret, which he already knew. And it was a secret where I had to understand it wasn't my fault for something. That will go to my grave. God knows. It's nothing concerning like anybody. And yeah, I don't think I was having a depressive. I don't even know what happened. Oh, you know what caused that? And this is getting off of raising the kids. I had Tiffany and I were messaging each other about something. I'll never tell anybody what Tiffany and I message about, because I feel like when I'm talking to my sisters, unless they make it clear it's okay for me to say what we talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, I'll talk to Matt about pretty much everything, but that's as far as it goes. But Tiffany and I were talking about, I think, her mental health, and I think my, or something along those lines, and then it got me going. So when I was done, I started talking about postpartum depression with David and Grace, and I was trying to like tell them like it's okay to talk, and then I ended up crying and telling David stuff about raising him while going through postpartum depression and stuff, and he's like, Mom, I understand in that, and I was like, you don't understand things I could have done. And I think that's what kills me on the inside. Like, I've gone to God in prayer over and over. This is something, okay, yeah. I had to go to God in prayer over and over again, asking Him for forgiveness for a lot of stuff. And I realized this year that I keep going back to God asking for forgiveness for the same things over and over again. And then I don't know if I was listening to somebody like on a video or if I read something, but it's like, you don't need to keep asking God for forgiveness for the same sins over and over again. You're gonna trust God when He says, like, you're forgiven. Like, trust God that you're forgiven. I had to learn, I only this year that I learned, like, Tammy, you're forgiven. Like, God said you go to Him and you confess your sins to Him and you ask Him for forgiveness. Like, the whole point of Jesus being on that cross and dying was taking my sins on Him and dying. You know, He shed blood for me. Like, for me to keep going and asking God for forgiveness for the same sins over and over again. Like, what's that telling God? That I think that I don't believe my sins are forgiven, that I don't trust that Him sacrificing Jesus for me was truth. So I don't know if I word that correctly. I mean, does it make sense? If you're gonna ask God for forgiveness for something, you know, go to Him and confess your sin to Him, ask Him for forgiveness for what it is you want and need forgiveness from, and then let it go. Like, that's not your burden no more. Let it go. If you think it's still your burden and if it's something that keeps coming up, that's just, you know, that's the devil, that's Satan, it's the evil spawn just trying to throw something back in your face to get you worked up, to get you doubting yourself, getting you doubting God's word, getting you to doubt God forgiving you, okay? Knock that crap out, because I had to tell myself that. Knock it out. When you go to God with with repentance, and asking for forgiveness, something, believe it. Like, truly believe it in your head and in your heart, like you're forgiven. That was the whole point of Jesus dying on that cross. Did I ask God last night? Because I talk to God daily, mostly at night, and I try to not ignore him through the day, but honestly, again, I get my own way, so I know I did talk to God about this last night. I keep putting everything else above God, and I don't want to be doing that. Like, it's not that I need to put him at the forefront, it's that I want to put him at the forefront. He also wants me to put him at the forefront, and I keep putting him at the, what I keep telling him, I keep putting him on the back burner, acting like he doesn't matter, but God does matter to me. But the whole point of Jesus being on that cross was for the forgiveness of our sins, like we be washed clean of our sins, okay? I will say, though, I am a repetitive sinner, because although there is the 10 Commandments, and the biggest one is, I think, is the biggest one, love your neighbor. I know, like, don't be putting other gods before God. But, I mean, love covers a multitude of sins, too, so that's why I'm thinking, like, you want to follow all the commandments. I've broken every single commandment, because whether you physically break a commandment, or you break that commandment in your head, our thoughts count. You might not have known that. Our thoughts count. Things that come out of us counts. I think what comes in doesn't. That might not be completely true on what comes in, but what comes out. But our thoughts count. And, like, pretty much, some people don't agree with this, but you break one commandment, you break them all. Doesn't matter, okay? If you steal, you pretty much murdered somebody. I mean, I know logically it's like, that doesn't make sense. I just stole, I didn't kill anybody. But my understanding is if you break one of those commandments, you break them all. Like, oh, I was saying, I think last night when I was talking to God before, I spent like 3 hours just not sleeping. I think I had mentioned to him, if I was to bring him up in videos or in topics, what would be an appropriate way for me to go about it without, I mean, because everybody's offended by everything and everybody's in their feels, and people would be like, that's hate speech or whatever. I ain't hating on anybody, though. I'm just talking about God, my thoughts. You can give your 2 cents. It's up to you. But I feel like there was a few things I mentioned this morning that rolled out of my mouth, especially about Revelation, and I don't think, I mean, obviously it was me, but I'm wondering if it kind of helped some way in getting the words out that I want to get out. It wasn't new to me what I said this morning, but I wasn't intending on talking about the book of Revelation being revealing something to us, and about, John being able to describe things that was in our future using what he had were in his time. Like if he was shown a motorcycle, he wouldn't have described a motorcycle in our time how we would describe it. He would have described it the best way he possibly could with instruments and tools that he had around him. I mean, that's kind of what I was trying to get at. The book of Revelation. I in no way or means understand everything that's in there, by the way. I have a lot of learning to do. And understanding. I mean, I'm always praying for understanding and knowledge of God's word. Thing is, too, when I read God's word, I'm not able to always stay focused on it, so I have to do it in, like, little bits. I told Matt I want to do what my Nan Robichaud does, or did. I want to like read my Bible every night before I go to bed, like in my bed. But I don't. I need a book lamp or something. But knowing me, because again today I was like, I'm doing my Bible study today. I haven't done it. It's 8:20. The only thing I've done today was listen to my Bible app, and that took like what, 5 minutes or less. That's not the attention I want to give God. I want to give God more of my attention. And I don't think about talking. I don't think talking about him in videos is giving him attention, is it? Um, um, uh, my lips are feeling really chapped right now. You know what Matt told me? He's like, hey there, no lip. Because he says I have no lips. And then I said something. Uh, now I should just cover them. Then I said obviously uh, something sexually sarcastic back to him. He's like, that's right. Um, I always thought I had a big bottom lip and top lip, but even in this video, it's like, where's your lips? I don't have any. Especially my top one. I mean, it's there. It's kind of folded under. There we go. Um, I'm getting off because I can't be doing long videos. Holy crap. To my watchers out there, probably Tiffany, Leah, and Nan Cormier. Maybe possibly Terry. Love you guys.